I'm just first applying my moisturizer. This is from Dot and Key. I'm taking a nice layer and applying it all over my face. This is just the first step of my skincare. Just moisturizing my lips now with the Himalaya lip balm. This is a Nykaa Prep Me Up primer. So I'm taking very little and applying it under my eyes first, since I'm doing my eye makeup first. This is an orange color corrector, so I'm applying very little under my eyes using my concealer brush. This is very important if you have a lot of dark circles like I do. So apply very little, otherwise your face is gonna look all orange. Then I'm taking a very light concealer and applying it on top of my eyelids and then blending it out with the concealer brush again. Make sure you blend it very well, otherwise you're gonna have creases. Then I'm taking the eyeshadow, which is very close to my skin tone, a little darker than that, and applying it on the crease line just like this. I'm taking my time to blend it because the more you blend, the more seamless your eye makeup is gonna look. Then I'm taking a little lighter shade than that and applying it on my eyelid. So you need to lighten your shades gradually as you move downwards. The crease should be the darkest and the eyelids need to be light. Okay, then I'm just blending everything out once again, making sure everything is nice and smooth, because that is how again you get a very flawless eye makeup. This is the L18 kajal. So since I'm doing like a smoky eye makeup, I'm applying this very close to my eyelid, and then later on I will smoke it out with my brush. So I'm applying it. It doesn't have to be perfect, just apply it like in a straight line, and don't apply it too thick also. Then take like a brush that is very dense and then rub it, try to smudge it, and do this quickly because the more time you keep it, the more time it's gonna set, and it's gonna be even more difficult for you to blend it. So you can see like the eye line or the eyelash line is darker, and it gives you that nice smoky effect. Then I'm taking some black eyeshadow and applying it on top of that, so that it sets in place and it doesn't crease, because the kajal is a cream product, right? So it will crease or it will move. So when you use a powder product, it sets in place. Then again I'm just blending everything in, just repeating the steps again a few times here and there, doing the same thing until I get the intensity that I require. So now for the under eye, again I'm just gonna take my dark shade of concealer. I've already used the orange color corrector, so I'm using the darker shade of concealer or something that is very close to my skin tone, and I'm gonna blend it in place. Don't go for a lighter one directly, because it's gonna look very ashy and gray. You can use like a darker one and then use a lighter one on top of it for highlighting purposes, but if you're going for a natural look, then go for a concealer that's very close to your skin tone. Then I'm using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. I love this, just one coat of it and it gives a huge difference. It actually feels like you're wearing false lashes, so I highly recommend this if you have the budget for it. It costs you around 8 to 900, so you can definitely go for that. Then I've taken some more of that primer and I'm going to apply it all over my face. Since I'm done with my eye makeup, I have kept it very simple, so I'm going to keep blending it and then give it some time to dry. Then I'm using the Mars, this is the illuminating primer. So I'm applying some of it all over my face, because it gives you that nice shine and glow, and it actually seeps, or it peeks through your foundation and you get that nice glowing skin, and it blends also very effortlessly. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face and blend it nicely. I'm taking some of that orange color corrector and applying it under my mouth, because I do have hyperpigmentation around there as well. So this is very important, because if you don't do this again, your foundation or your concealer is going to look very gray. Then I'm taking that same concealer that was very close to my skin tone, and I'm applying it wherever I see any sort of hyperpigmentation or blemishes or anything that I need to cover up, any darkness, and then I'm gonna blend it out. So for foundation, I'm mixing both of those, that is from Swiss Beauty and Mass Cosmetics. So before that, I'm just blending all of the concealer in place first and setting it. Then I'm applying the mixture of the foundations on my face, because I got a nice custom shade that is very suitable for my skin tone, since one of those is very dark and one of those is very light. So I'm just gonna apply that and then blend it with my big foundation blending brush. You can see it looks very smooth and very seamless because of all the skin prep that we have already done. because of the color correction as well, everything looks very even and nice. So I'm done with the blending of the foundation, but I will just take my time to go around every corner of my face and blend everything seamlessly and nicely. Then I'm taking some of the light shade of concealer, like the lighter one, and applying it only on these spots to give it a nice highlighted effect. So when you apply the lighter shade, in the middle of your face, in the center of your face, you get a nice bright look. You shouldn't do it on the outer parameters of your face, because that is where you go with your contour. I haven't blended that concealer as yet, so I'm taking my Rare Beauty blush and applying it where I need it, and I'm gonna blend it right in place first. It blends very nicely. I know it's very expensive, or it is expensive, but I feel it does the job pretty nicely, and it gives you a nice glow as well, and a little product goes like a long way. Now I'm gonna apply the concealer. I'm gonna blend the concealer that was applied under my eye, blend it nicely, and you can see it gives a very nice seamless effect. So this is my Fenty Beauty lipstick, and it's a very dark shade of brown, and it's the shade Breadwinner. So I felt it would be fine for me, but when I applied on the lips, it's too dark. So I thought, why not try to use it as a contour, because at that time I didn't have like a liquid contour or a cream contour. I just had a powder contour. So I tried to use it and see if it works for me, and it blended also nicely, I feel. But as I said, it's a lipstick, so that isn't what it should be used for. But I just tried and it wasn't bad. So yeah, this is where you apply like a contour, just on the corners of your forehead, like on top, and your jawline, some of it, and over here, like from your ear to down. And yeah, that is how you can get that chiseled look, or get some depth or dimensions back into your face. Because once you have used your foundation, your face is gonna look very flat if you don't do all of these steps, or at least a blush is a must. Then I'm gonna take my Mars setting spray or fixing spray, and go on top of my face and wait for it to dry for some time. And then on top of it, I'm gonna go with my powder product. So this is the banana powder from Inside Cosmetics. It's very nice, finely milled, and very affordable. So I'm going to apply it only under my eyes to avoid any creasing of the concealers, and over the other places where I feel that I will crease throughout the day. And apply very little on the face, where it's not needed, avoid it, because face is going to look cakey and we don't need that. And then I'm going to take a brush and just dust off whatever is excess. Then I'm taking the sugar blush and applying it on top of the Rare Beauty blush to set it in place. Because once you apply the powder on top of the liquid brush blush, it's gonna fade a bit. So I applied some of that, and then I'm just going with the same kajal on my waterline again. And then I'm taking like a dark brown eyeshadow and again going on top of that kajal, smoking it out a bit more. Since this is a smoky eye look, the more you apply, the more of browns and blacks, the more it's gonna enhance your look altogether. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna just do that on both sides. This is nothing difficult, very simple. It's just that it has extra procedures, but it's very simple to do. Then I'm taking my Swiss Beauty lip liner in the shade Wine Nights. I love this shade. It's very dark, and it suits me very well. So I love this, and they are very inexpensive, something 69 rupees for one, which is very nice, and they last for a long time. So you can definitely get these. I'm not taking a very nude lipstick, liquid lipstick. You can use any liquid lipstick, and I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I'm taking some of that powder highlighter and applying it on my nose, and some on the highest points of my face, that is just above my cheekbones, and you can see the shine. This is from Maybelline. This is their highlighter, the golden highlighter. It's very common and used by almost everyone, and I have this for years, to be honest. I think it's been more than 5 years and I haven't thrown it out, and I don't plan on doing so. But yeah, you shouldn't use makeup for that long. So I'm gonna use some under my eyebrows as well, because it gives you some more shine and it looks pretty good, especially for nighttime events. Since I had to go for a night birthday party, I decided to go a little bit extra with the highlighter, and I felt that everything turned out to be really nice. And again towards the end I just used the same fixer, makeup fixer, and my look was done. So I didn't get any time to click pictures or videos, but this is how the look turned out, and I feel it was really nice. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day ahead.